Hi, welcome to Clone My Website. My name is Jeff, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use the Google Keyword tool to do your keyword research. Keyword research is essential in ranking well in your search engines because you have to gear all of your content towards whatever kind of keywords that you're trying to target. So in order to find out what keywords you need to target, you can use the keyword tool in order to do some research. When you go to www.google.com, just type in the Google Keyword tool, and as you can see, it pops up there, or you can just do this. I'm just going to click on that one, and then you're brought to this page. And if you have an AdWords account or want to create one, you'll get a ton of ideas. Otherwise, they limit the search results to 100 keyword phrases. So either way, you still get a lot of different things. And there's a few different options here. You can either search by word or phrase or by website content. And then you can show only ideas closely related to my search terms. And then there's a few advanced options down here. For right now, we're just going to go with just the word or phrase. And for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to use work from home. And this may not apply to your website, but the general practices are all going to be the same. And then we're going to click search. So then once it returns these results, you can see that it brought back 800 different results from the words work from home. So that's a huge list of keywords that I can draw on, and I can start trying to target this niche by targeting work from home companies or something like that in order to start trying to rank in the search engines. Over here, you have a few different options, and I wanted to touch on the match types. You can use broad, exact, or phrase. So what broad is when you type in work from home, it'll return results that contain any of the words work from home. So it could be just work, it could be just from, or it could be just home. Exact will return results only for this keyword phrase or idea. So it'll all be related to the idea, however, it might not be the exact phrase. And then finally, phrase match will only return results that are containing work from home. So it won't have anything like work from your home, work from their home, or anything. It'll only return results that are work from home. So depending on how specific you want to get, you could use one of these. Broad is, the most general, and once you start figuring out which niche you're trying to target, you can use these to kind of get more pinpointed, but this is just the overall rundown of how to use the tool. So then, once you come here and you see that there's 800 results, I wanted to just go through what all this stuff means. The first column is the competition column, and what this shows is how much competition there is between different AdWords users for this keyword. And as you can see, some of them have a lot, and some of them have a little, so this could help you figure out, which keywords that you might want to target. And then over here, you have the global monthly searches, and this is how many searches for each of these keywords that are done on a global basis. So anywhere in the world, there's 1.8 million people searching for work from home every month. And then over here you have local monthly searches, and this is specified to your specific country or region or whatever it is that you set up when you do your search. And so in the United States, there's 1 million people searching for work from home a month. And this is, of course, an average that it takes for the 12 months of each year, and then it averages them out. So you can see that some of these have a ton of traffic, some of them don't have quite as much. It depends on what your goals are and what you want to traffic, but generally, if you're trying to get some serious traffic, of course, you're not going to want to target something with 6,600 search results. You're going to want to try and target something with, 246,000 search results. And then, of course, they have question marks over everything that kind of explain it a little more. So if you, wanted to read more about local monthly searches or global monthly searches, you could do that. And then once you get your keyword list returned, you want to save this, because once you leave this website, there's no way to save this unless you're an AdWords customer with a account that you can save them to. So the easiest thing to do is just save them to your computer so you can keep customizing it yourself and narrowing down what keywords you're going to use to target in your website. So if you wanted to select specific words to download, you could go through and check them off, or if you starred any of them, you could download those too. We'll just select all, and then this pops up and it asks you how you want to download it. So you could do a CSV file for Excel and all these different options, but we're just going to go with a CSV for Excel, and then we're going to download it, and then we'll save. And then of course, we'll go load this into Excel and we'll take a look at it there. Okay, so here we are at Excel, and we're just going to drag these out just a little bit so we can see them a little better. Okay, so over here you have your keywords, you have your competition, you have your global monthly searches, and your local monthly searches. So you can come down here and start looking through these, and of course you will need to do some narrowing down and deleting of some of these, because obviously you're not going to want to use every one of these because some of them aren't even going to be relevant. But this is a really good way to get them saved and develop a huge list of keywords. So we're going to go back to the keyword tool, and I'm going to show you the website content function. So here we are back at the keyword tool, and we're just going to take this out, and this is where you would enter in a website URL in order to see what keywords they might be using in order to rank well in the search engines. So whatever it is that your niche is about, you want to go in Google and then do a search, and then whichever ones come up on the top of the list, just right click, copy link location, and then you come back over to the tool and you paste it in there, and then you do a search, and then it'll give you some search results as to what they might be targeting to get ranked as the #1 result in Google. Okay, so that's done searching, and as you can see, there's home-based opportunities, WAHM business opportunities, home business op. So this can give you a lot of good ideas that you might not think of just by guessing them on your own. So we're going to download this one too. And then of course we're going to go to Excel and load it in there. Okay, so here we are at the new list, and you'll see all the keywords over here, all of the numbers on this side. So what you want to do, from this box over to here, and then you just want to select all of the relevant material. There's quite a bit of it, so take just a little bit, and then you want to copy it, and then come over to your running list that you've already made, and we're going to go and paste this in at the bottom of the list in order to have just a massive keyword list. So you come here, and then you right click and paste, and then as you can see, it added in all of these keywords that we got from the website content keyword generator. Of course, like I said, you will need to do some editing and customization of this list. You can sort it, you can delete stuff, you know, stuff that's not relevant to what you're doing. You're obviously going to want to delete it out of your list because you want to get rid of any keywords that you're not going to use, because as you can see, this list is insanely large. Obviously, you're probably not going to use them all, so whatever you don't need, just get rid of it to kind of cut down your list as much as possible. But this is a really good starting point for you to like start building your website content using some of the keywords in here that are getting a lot of search results, so then you can try and start ranking in the search engines for those keywords.